Hey, it's me. Nobody knows me. I'm Mannix86. I'm joined by Mr. Cab. How are you, Mr. Cab?
I'm doing okay. I'm excited. Like you said, there are not many Mega Man Game Boy runners out there. There was a slight resurgence last year. I do want to give shout outs to our literal boys Prissy and Endy for kind of really plowing through 1, 2, and 3 Game Boy, but 4 and 5 are unscathed by them. These games are pure.
So what? Big donations, everything matters. So. Try to find the boss order and such. In this category, you can only use the buster where it's possible. So we just kind of go with what's quicker. So the less menuing possible is good. So you always start with whoever busters on. This is Toad.
Now, Mannix, I should point out, I believe you have the record still for any percent in this game.
I do. It is a 39.55.
So you know this game pretty well inside and out. You see they're got a pretty good time here for Buster only. It's going to be good. And I mean, I think the hardest thing, one of the things you're going to notice a lot in this run, the Buster in this game, if you fire it from a full charge, there's actually recoil on the Buster. Mega Man gets knocked back like a quarter of a tile or something from a full charge shot.
Absolutely, and there's actually a couple places that can kill you by knocking you back in a pit or spikes if you're not careful with that, or mindful of that, I should say. We're just gonna kill some fishies. We're trying to save animals, and I'm killing fishies, crabs, birds. I'm about to kill a toad. Like I'm starting on the wrong foot here.
It's okay. The snails will survive. Kind of, maybe. Maybe not this one.
Take the health safety there, but who needs safety?
I mean, Toadman, I'm told he's pretty strong. He hits the whole screen. So the gimmick with Toadman in general is if you keep shooting, he just keeps jumping and won't actually do anything. Mannix taking a little opportunity to get some charge shots in there because, well, it's faster.
You're right, Neo. It is robot, so maybe I shouldn't feel so remorseful.
I kept trying to tell Mannix during practice they're imposter animals, so it's okay.
Impostables?
Imposter animals. Impostables? Impostables?
I don't even know what to tell you. Alright, so
this
now
is
we got
Rain
Rain
Flush. We'll never see it again.
Yeah. This is Rush Coil, which you'll also never see again.
No coils even.
There would be some rush, but... Alright. Bright Man, this is the impossible stage where you turn off the lights, but you still have to play. So, if you guys are familiar with probably Nintendo Mega Man or Mega Man in general, lag management is extremely important. In Game Boy Mega, it's even more important. Like, if there's more than one sprite on screen, everything just kind of lock jams. Like that. So every time there's a drop and stuff, I have to be mindful of that. It completely changes my mindset on to do next.
That and just the classic Mega Man problem of if you are going to collect a drop and you're in a 2-tile slide or something like that, bad things are going to happen. I believe you do at least have up slide canceling in this game and the next one.
That's right.
Which is this like really weird thing you don't see in any other Mega Man game outside of the Game Boy one.
Mannix86? No?
You get A canceling in those games, but not up canceling.
So we're about to come to another light shut-off spot here, and hopefully I don't die.
So even more on the lag. I mean, my experience in general is like, oh my god, that small drop was just like really in Game Boy 3, 4, and 5. If there's more than one thing in the air, it feels like the game just like completely chokes on itself.
Speaking of choke, ew.
Deep breaths, deep breaths.
Alright, we're through.
You're insane, like 2 deaths, still going for the slides on those platforms.
It actually reduces lag, so that's something I didn't mention. So sliding in Game Boy Mega for some reason.
Probably because it doesn't have to do the walk animation.
I meant to grab that E for lag, not because I need it, but too bad. So you also notice there's little P-chips on the ground. It's actually currency in the game for a shop. We might visit it later and grab some safety energy tanks.
Yeah, the small P's are worth 2. The large ones, which I believe are only like stage drops, not from enemies, are worth 8. But here's Bright.
Very similar to his counterpart on NES. The difference is these patterns are completely random, while the ones in Nintendo you can control them. They're HP based, I believe.
Yeah, NES for Brightman is he will flash you based on his hit points. And this one, I guess you just got lucky.
Luck is my name. And I don't know what the rest of what I was supposed to say. I was not prepared for that.
It's alright. Everybody has a blackout now and again.
Is that a Mega Man V joke?
I just knew you got past Brightman, so I went for a lights out joke.
Alright. Pharaoh Man, everybody's favorite stage. Because everybody loves deserts and water levels.
Shoutouts to Pharaoh first. No balloon, sadly, on the Game Boy.
Not ones you can ride. So after you kill a bunch of scorpions, like what could the devs do? More scorpions.
Who is this runner? This is Mannix86, who really is kind of taking the mantle of Game Boy Mega Man speedrunning lately, at least for 4 and 5. Taking the challenge.
I don't know if he's still here, but shoutouts to Tremaine, which was in chat a while ago. He is the pioneer of Game Boy Mega. He held all the world records at some point. There he is, with his Tremaine cat.
Tremaine's done quite a lot of work towards figuring out strats in these games. So give Tremaine a follow too.
So we're about to do something very dangerous. Just need focus mode here.
Seriously.
Yeah! First try.
So, those slide jumps there were kind of required because of all those bonks. Those are very tight jumps. You have room for those blocks to fall one more tile to make them safely. That's kind of the intended way to do it. But this is a speed run. Doing things intended is generally slow.
Alright, decent fight.
Yeah, Pharaoh Man likes to jump around and in general just really be a pain. So taking him out quickly with Buster. The one good thing is Pharaoh is the first robot master you fight in any percent. So the Buster fight there is pretty much the same Buster fight. That's like the one boss fight we're gonna see. That's like, yep, that's how it goes. In fact, even with the weakness, Bright is slow as a weakness weapon, even if it's extremely reliable. So it's always that Buster fight.
I just thought about, can you make a play on phrase with the word Pharaoh?
Pharaoh is probably the hardest one to get in this game, but I mean, if anybody can think of one, they would rule.
I'd love to go to the casino, but I'm not sure if they play Pharaoh now.
Ooh.
Aha.
I don't know about those casinos, though. It seems like a pyramid scheme. Bring it up!
Great comeback. I have nothing that ends there. Like, drop the mic.
Ringman stage looks a lot like its NES counterpart, at least as far as like the mechanics go. The one thing, Pharaoh Man and Ringman, especially in this game, I'm a little mad at the stage design because you see a lot of repeat rooms. For whatever reason, that's just the way the game got designed. It's not that bad because Ringman, they at least kind of like mix up the enemies a lot more. It's like just these vertical climbs.
I mean, in their defense, they had, what, like 3.5 kilobytes to deal with? Like less than a floppy.
Yeah, something small. There's the T. Those letters, you've seen a couple of them on the screen. If you collect the letters B-E-A-T, much like Mega Man 5 NES, you will gain access to Beat, the attack bird, the stupid bird. Bird is slow, so we don't care about it. This fight gets annoying too because, you know, as much as we're saying, like, first of all, if there's more than one thing flying on the screen, you're going to get lag, and it's firing 3 rings. If you're charging a lot in this game, you're going to get lag just from, like, Mega Man flashing a lot. Basically, Mega Man 3, 4, and 5 Game Boy, just, like, everything lags the game. Your existence lags the game. So it's kind of... lag management, Mannix was already saying earlier, is a problem. It's a huge problem. We can't emphasize that enough.
Okay, so those little springy guys didn't go well, but I'm not dead, and that's better than most runs. Right?
I think it does get better as you go along, but this is Ringman. Ringman is a troll. Good luck.
Thanks, that's all I needed. Somebody to jinx it. Went pretty well.
Nice.
Thanks, McBad. I hope I'm saying that.
On the NES version, I know Shelby says that Ringman always kind of has the same attack pattern. You could stand around and dodge him forever if you want to practice it. Is that the same for game?
Yeah, he goes where you are, basically.
Sounds about right. And he throws like the one low, one high. Yeah, Ringman is like kind of notorious as being one of the harder bosses from Mega Man 4 because of that. But once you learn the strats, it's a lot easier. And of course, having his weakness in a casual or normal speedrun that's not Buster only makes him even easier still. Obligatory Wily eyebrows.
Yeah, and
I want to say this is the only Game Boy Mega Man game where you get this Dr. Wily's capsule flying away cutscene, like exactly like this.
And it's probably the longest amount of Wii U's, which is obviously Dr. Wily's favorite console.
I guess so.
But I think this cutscene is worth admiring because I mean just think about it. This is a handheld and like you got all this 3D stuff going on and like this stare down. I love the scene.
Mega Man is fighting like a giant freaking tank that is bigger than the forest in the background, and he's just like firing a couple buster shots off, and he's doing damage to this thing. This is I feel like this is one of the best cutscenes in Mega Man.
How you can take
even though it's on the Game Boy.
Buster shots.
Look at this. Look at that steam jet out there too. Like, we can make fun of the Game Boy's capabilities all we want, but this cutscene's awesome. Just like the feel of it, what they're trying to do. This boss is the opposite of awesome. This is RNG hell in your speedrun.
Yeah, so you can only hit him when his core opens up.
And Dr. Wily's DirecTV feed has 2 attacks. It can kind of fire that up at the top of the screen, or it can do this little fireball thing, which opens the core. The good thing is the core doesn't have iframes, so it's either invulnerable or you can shoot it. If you blast that flame out of the sky, it closes up immediately, so you want to be a little careful about it. And here we are kind of waiting for another cycle.
I actually got
that's why this is RNG hell. It's not hard. It's just you kind of get stuck here.
Past satellite, I like.
Castlelite.
Satellite.
So this music, which we're gonna hear kind of briefly, if you've played Mega Man 4, Mega Man 10, I should say, Mega Man 10, the DLC special stages, this is the ballad song.
I see some names that I'm familiar with in chat. Nielsen Alex, which is the one that made me apply to Retroblox, so shoutouts to Alex. Rift is Balchikabow. Balchikabow. Delivers.
Yo, it's ballad.
This should be a ballad in the park.
Oh no.
I can leave if you want.
Oh no. I mean, we'll be sorry if you left, just like Ballad was. Ballad, for whatever reason, they forgot to check that Ballad could body Mega Man on the left edge of the screen, so GG.
Oh, so do you want to tell people why I'm on a Mega Man 5 boss now?
Why or what?
Why I'm fighting a Mega Man boss now? Mega Man P.
Oh, so if you're familiar, I mean, if you know Game Boy Mega Mans, you know this. If you don't, this is a new information. Crystal Man, of course, is from Mega Man 5 NES. Game Boy Mega Man games, for whatever reason, you fight 4 robots from the game that the number is, and then 4 from the next one. So shoutouts to Bomb Man and Guts Man for getting cut from Mega Man 1, I guess. But we get 4 robots in Mega Man 5. We got Crystal, Stone, Napalm, and Charge. Oh!
Because sliding on the block with all that lag was very smart.
You might want to take the game over here and just kind of reset that life count.
Yep.
Crystal Man stage is this the longest stage in the game?
I think it's close to 5 minutes, like 4 to 5 minutes. It's extremely long.
Crystal Man is long. Crystal Man actually probably has the hardest stage, I feel like, too, sometimes. Stone is close. Just from a couple of really tight jumps.
Let's try that again. So, what happened on my first death there is I was still holding down, which you need to do to slide. But you can't jump out of your slide if you're still holding down, so I just slid off the block.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's a classic sort of slide mechanic problem in a lot of Mega Man games. If you're holding down and you hit A again, will you slide? Will you jump? Will you do nothing if you're already sliding? We also have to come over here and grab that glowing W. The beat letters we could leave behind. The Wily letters we have to pick up. Can't beat the game without the Wily letters.
Can you imagine beating all those stages, not getting the letters, and having to revisit everything again?
Yeah. Fortunately, I don't think any of them are hidden. Like, they're all visible just going through the stage.
They are. That's an extremely difficult jump right there. even if you do the slide, which gives you a little bit more distance.
This is Buster only, so we have to go the long way here. Can't use Rush and Buster only, unless you absolutely have to.
See that there? Let's see if Eddie gives me some help. Oh.
Weapon drop, you need those. Sorry, Archerman, we gotta go the long way. You know how it is.
Take the HP. Good. Then I can take through this crystal guy, whatever his name is.
Crystal guy. Oh, so, or we're talking about Crystal Joe.
Yes. Because everything is a Joe when you don't know the name. Ooh, I thought I died there. That was some tippy-toe action.
That is probably the hardest jump in the stage. Because that kind of enemy that uses platform goes out as it takes damage. So you have to like shoot it into position, jump to it while it's moving.
Uh-oh.
Not... I'm pretty sure you clipped there. Like, that thing spawned through you.
Also, I need to play like another 3 minutes of this game.
So now we get to do a lot of the stage all over again now.
Oh. Marathon safety.
So yeah, the
This was all
like we said,
planned.
the stage is long, the stage is dangerous. That was actually after these two halves of the stage met up with each other again, where that kind of floating platform head was. That's the meetup point.
I was about 2 screens away from finishing the level.
Yup.
Terrible that. I don't feel comfortable taking the damage all of a sudden, so let's wait that one out.
Just beat the video game.
Some of the things that are difficult about Game Boy Mega is there's not a lot of room for mistakes. Like, you might think, oh, he's just doing world record strats, so obviously he's dying when he misses them, but like this game has a lot of like death traps and absurd amount of damage, all kinds of things like that. And you have less HP bars than NES.
There we go. So even like taking it safe, you started scaring me there, because if that platform rises up too much, you can't make the jump either.
Alright.
Like
So
you're
here's
saying
where
that this game
one
is a
part
giant
where
troll.
you charge, if you shoot it too early, you'll knock back into that spike pit.
Yeah,
what I
don't
do.
release that charge while you're falling. That's a good way to get spiked. And unlike some other Robot Masters, we don't like to spike.
So I'm gonna intentionally take damage here too. Lag management, I'm gonna hit those crystal balls out of the screen by touching them. That
Same
way.
as the NES game. Good fight.
We're out of here, that's all I gotta say.
Good job with Crystal. Crystal's a dumb stage.
I'm only 3 minutes over my PB. Still underestimate.
I mean, I think it's worth noting this a lot about Mega Man 4 and 5 Game Boy. The stages are really long. And so you can have a run that has like one mistake. Like we just saw one mistake in Crystal and it lost 2 minutes. There's so many games out there where it's like you make a mistake, you lose like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And that's like it, and you go, and people say, yeah, it's a pretty good run. And so many people like kind of casually notice, oh, this run was like 3 minutes over records. Dude, it was one massive. It was just a death at the exact wrong spot. Don't worry about it. The run was great.
Alright, Napalm Man. Probably the best track in this game, in my opinion.
Napalm's stage, I think, has like it's the least like its NES counterpart. You're kind of in like a military base installation here. There's still a lot of fire on the ground. We still have these sort of like drill bores, but you can actually walk on them now.
Don't you usually have to destroy them in NES?
You have to destroy them. I think they're only in one passageway, and in this game they actually make use of them a lot. They still kill you. Tremaine wants you to use the TAS rush jet strat.
No.
So Tremaine finds a lot of strats, does a little bit of task work with this game too. And like there are some slides here you can kind of slide jump out with rush jet, and like the last minute you do these like the one tile gap slides. It's crazy. You gotta see it at some point. If you're not human, it will save tons of time. If you are human, you will fall in the pit and die horribly. And why did you try that?
Yeah, I noticed you said TAS. Maybe not everybody's familiar with the term TAS.
TAS is a tool-assisted speedrun. So if you go out there, Tremaine, what is it, like TAS videos, and there's a dot something or other. You can get TASes of lots of video games. It's basically like using a crude way of putting it is if you use save states and did everything perfectly, including manipulating the randomness of the game. You get into hypotheticals, you get into, well, maybe this is possible, but certainly by the rules of the game you can do this, and some amazing things are happening. They're definitely worth watching. Of course, you know, us mere mortals have to do these strats too, and we have tons of fun. We actually end up helping each other out a lot too.
Yeah, sometimes they can stem or ideas for a realistic strategy, but sometimes it's way out of hand.
Thanks for me. So that took all of an 8-Bomb Man stage. I mean, it really is just kind of ride the drill bores, go around things. Napalm Man himself does a decent amount of damage. Mega Man's Mega Buster does more damage. That gives us 6 weapons we're not using, and a couple of rush adapters too.
That was only 4 seconds off my fastest stage ever in this category, so I would say that's a mission accomplished. But we still didn't make time. Time for Happy Stone.
Happy Stone, if you've got it. Stone Man, famous for the baby Mets. Mets being the enemies with the little helmets that are common to so many Mega Man games.
The hardest boss in the game would probably be a Met that never opens up.
That's Mega Man 4 NES. So, for whatever reason, the Ringman Hippo boss is in Stone Man stage, the Game Boy game.
Could have gone.
Can't just skip through its pillar this time.
Right, focus mode. We're good.
Yeah, getting under that kind of Mega Man 5 ball bat is terrible. Like, that is probably one of the worst rooms in the game. Very easy to just get knocked into the pit there. Good job.
Oh, I missed one shot. Now I gotta tower this all down for one shot. Alright.
Oh,
Pretty
that's
low
not
on
one.
HPs.
Oh, God!
Okay. Alright. Fortunately, the checkpoint is just here.
Stone Cold Killer.
Weren't joking when we said this game was pretty brutal. that I was stupid for even thinking of running this in a
Nah,
marathon.
not really. You're not stupid for running it. You're brave.
Stupidly brave.
Isn't the difference between like brave and stupid very little?
Alright.
Yes, you can jump off the shield enemies' heads in this game. That's like the weirdest mechanic nobody knows about.
Yeah. I wish I was done, but there's another one here. Okay. Hi. Alright, so let's hope for a full dance.
Oh, that
here.
drop.
So you can control Stone Man. He usually does low jumps and high jumps, but if he gives you a good pattern, you can just step around on him. Just do shots like this. Nope, not being nice already.
Happy Stone.
Two jumps is not a good pattern. It's average. If you get one high jump or a low one. Alright.
I think one of the best things about this game is Power Stone is. I think it's like 5 times as good as the NES version. Unfortunately, the NES version is completely awful and trash, so 5 times better than completely awful and trash. It's like still pretty meh.
So, Cab, if you imitate the train, do you say 3 chuggas or 4 chuggas before you say chew? That's 4. That's like 6.
I should have gone for 7.
So,
Just the 7 line.
this stage is dumb. There's chickens in the train. Where do I begin?
Would you like to dedicate this chicken room to anybody?
To this bat that ruins my run right now. These spike jumps are terrible. Like, that is not casual fun at all. There are 3 towel, which is like the max jump that Mega Man can do on a tiptoe, but not only that. Even with the slide mechanic jumping from your hand, it's pretty difficult to learn. Alright, we'll do it back up. There we go. Oops.
Yeah,
There,
that
I
guy on
almost missed it.
the left fires pretty. He's got an arm on that head cannon. Don't forget the Y. Good job.
That was a really nice screen. Probably the best I ever had. Shoot. We're pretty low on health for charge here. That's the concern.
And charge does well. Good luck.
I'll have to kill charge with charges. There we go.
Sometimes I feel like Charge Man on Game Boy is easier than Charge Man on NES. He telegraphs things a lot more.
Alright, we're through. So now we have to go fight Perfect Cell. For you DBZ fans. Here's where we needed the Wily letters to open the gates. Otherwise you have to go back.
Yeah, from here on out, just have like kind of one long sequence of stages. But first, like you said, the transformation balanced final form, the perfect cell.
Shades and listening.
Still can't body the left side of the room though.
In this fight, it's not optimal, it's just easier. This fight is laggy if you let it get into anything. And now the famous escape, which blows up extremely slow. But there's this weapon which normally makes it super easy, because it shoots 8 directions, 6 directions, 6 directions.
I think it's an 8-directional weapon actually.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not sure if it shoots straight down. That would be the one exception.
It does.
That's 8 then.
I have to jump though to make it happen. So we have to blow up these bombs in a very specific way, otherwise I'll lose my stepping stones. This one.
So that's how you get through here. Yeah, without doing some of these tricks, you have to have a diagonal shooting weapon like Pharaoh or the Ballad Cracker. But if it can be done Buster only, it must be done Buster only.
There we go. That was actually not a bad escape, but mine is getting hit there.
Very nice.
The TAS escape. I'll escape myself from the TAS, thanks. Oof. Alright, so Wily's ship is broken, right? So this means the game is over?
Wily's fortress is done!
What? What is this? Where's this ship? Is that like a space hot dog?
Space hot dog. Spicy. He didn't think you could catch up to him.
So we're gonna use the mandatory visit here to buy a new tank for safety. Now we're gonna go fight on this ship. This is what, like the 47th Wily station that nobody ever found? He's got many in history. But this might be the first one in space. So many people struggle with this boss. What they don't know, you just step on them right here, and you just sweat on them. Oops. Let's try that better. There we go. So even though this is a speed run, like, there are some things you can pick on like that are extremely useful casually, like jumping on that cannon is something you might not normally think about trying, but it makes it play extremely. Oh,
That brings you
first
here to the
shot.
pain crane.
Yep.
You can only kind of hit it when it's got that little bubble quality to it.
Here's the mega lag.
Oh god, Power Stone.
Alright.
Nice.
Normally you can use a bright stopper to stop all these, but now I gotta wait.
Oh no.
And there's
This-
a lot of these.
This stage is why, like, in every Wily stage in every Mega Man game, if I'm blind to it, I just go up to the pit and stop. Because this stage still have flashbacks. Also, shout out to the music.
here's a section where we no longer can proceed with Buster, so we're required to use Rush Jet and immediately switch back. I have to take a knee tank here. That's why
You just can't make that jump up from the spikes even with iframes, I guess.
Exactly. It's like 3.5 tiles, or like half a tile too high. Okay.
Miniaturized Mega Man 3 Game Boy final boss.
Alright, that jump is extremely difficult. There's like a giant leg spike just before you have to jump. You have to be very conscious of it.
This is the
here.
lag eye. Kind of want to keep one of them around via the fake ones just to kind of stop the lag from regenerating.
Yeah, that's on me. I accidentally killed them
No,
all.
you're good. Happens. Just blame it on marathon luck.
Here's another mandatory one, and like you said, this is like a recycled screen, so it looks a lot like what we just saw.
Repeat sections.
Just gonna delay there so I don't get hit by the ball. Now here's... I can't even jump on that.
Dope.
Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Now this section I gotta wait for one head. Oh, the other one didn't come, so... Sometimes the guy behind you can shoot ahead and you have to worry about 2 heads.
It's worth noting that, well, Mannix86, the second eye pair that just kind of crawls around the walls. Damage boosting for Game Boy, Mega Man 4 and 5. A lot of people are kind of used to backwards damage boosting in Mega Man games, which is basically Mega Man 3 through 10 in the classic series. Mega Man just gets knocked straight back. In Mega Man 1 and 2 on NES, Mega Man will get hit in the direction the shot or the enemy is facing, as it would be. But in Mega Man 3, 4, and 5 Game Boy, as well as actually Mega Man 11 now, 11 finally caught on to the way things should work. Mega Man gets knocked back kind of more in the direction that makes sense based on where he gets hit. So if he's hit from the left, he'll get knocked to the right. If he's hit from the right, he'll get knocked to the left. Mega Man 4 Game Boy, the first Game Boy one to actually have a refight section. Lucky us.
We actually can, we don't have to worry about boss order. Now the fun fact is you take the same boss order as you would if it was 80% with all the weapons.
I know things changed from a speedrun perspective, but I still remember like casually back in the day, right? This is like Robot Masters 1 through 4 for Mega Man 4. Because a lot of people know to do Toad first from a casual perspective. And I want to say Wave first was the Mega Man 5 NES route for that was recommended in magazines and everything else. Which meant it was Crystal 5th, and well, this game becomes Crystal 5th. It's kind of neat that it worked out that way. Speed routes are, of course, a different story.
Do we ring again? That was a little rough compared to the first one, but we're through.
You got it.
It's once you miss one, like you're thrown off. And typical patterns. Oh, wrong slide. So for some reason, out of every capsule here, you face right, but on that one that I just did, Crystal, you face left.
Game, please.
He's charged, he's invincible while he does that. Kind of want him just to walk around like he did at the end there.
You got him.
Alright, so let's see if we get less than 3 jumps from this guy this time. Full dance, let's go.
The stone dance. Happy stone.
Alright, only napalm to go. Here we go. No jump. That's right. So normally you refill a bunch of stuff there that you might need. We're not doing that. Going straight
Good
to
work
water.
refilling the correct weapons. Buster always needs more weapon energy. You can never give it too much.
This is also a pretty cool 3D cutscene or isometric cutscene.
I've always felt like this one was a little weirder. Like that part of it. Like the end of it is better because you kind of get to see this part happening.
So this is Wily. He's got 3 phases. The first one is the most annoying phase. Well, first and second. We're gonna intentionally deal it. So we gotta walk on these fists and do damage. Oh, I stumbled off the fist right at the end there.
Nope.
Oh no, the projectile blocked my shot.
Oh no.
And now
Mannix,
I
please.
I'm just gonna kill him. So the reason why I was waiting is when his fist is out, you'll see it here. It takes forever to draw out. Look at that. Before you go to the next phase. I wanted to kill him when his fist was almost out of the screen. But obviously I had to watch 2 more cycles, so that didn't pay off. This fight, you want to shoot him when he opens his mouth. Please don't let people open their mouths in real lives. That's not wise. So here, what many people don't know is you can take the hit here, but you can also stop the shots from hitting you by knocking you back. This particular section is just time painful. I got hit anyway there. Gave me a short pattern again. I firmly believe that the duration of when he opens his mouth is manipulatable, but I haven't been able to figure it out.
One day we'll figure that out, because yeah, getting a manip on this boss would be nice.
Have a good night, Angel Queen. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody else who's watching too, thanks a lot. Sticking through this thing I'm doing. So this is where you can't kill him with Buster only, so we're gonna use the OP weapon Cracker. I just have some audio cues here. There we go. Sub-estimate.
Yo,
48,
we're in there.
43.
Plus 444. GG.
We're actually doing alright for time, so maybe we'll just maybe watch a little bit of cutscene.
Watch that cutscene. I'm gonna grab a drink really quick. Actually, we've been sitting here talking for like an hour. I am parched.
Parchment paper. All right. Alright, we're gonna switch splits to Mega Man V. So, like in most Mega Man games, he's about to explode, but somebody, which is usually Zero or Proto, is gonna save him. This time, it's Blade. Just gonna explode so we can get out. And now the Wily ship is down. There you go. So that's Mega Man 4 Game Boy. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's one of my favorite games. And this is just the boss. They play this song over and over and show all the bosses. We're not going to worry about that.
Shouts to the Mega Man theme.
It's a good theme, but we got other good themes to go through. Because next up is Cab's favorite game.
Mega Man V, the best Mega Man game. I said it.
Also, enjoy the beautiful colors. This is one of the last games ever released on Game Boy, which is part of what we call the Super Game Boy Enhanced games. Game Boy Enhanced games. And they basically pushed the games to the limit of what Game Boy could, so...
I do want to give a shout out to VB for having earliest game, like way back in 2014. I want to say it was around an hour long. It wasn't bad at the time.
Yeah, we're just gonna start right away because this game is gonna take give or take an hour, and that's about what I got. So, Mercury.
So Mega Man V has unique robots and stages and all that other stuff, fun stuff. So it makes it kind of stand out amongst Game Boy games. Also, though, probably the biggest thing you'll notice as a Mega Man fan, the Buster isn't shooting charge shots in this game. Mega Man's just going to reach out and punch enemies in the face for the rest of this game.
This Punch Out V. We're gonna see a lot of that, hence the category, because it is considered Buster only acceptable.
The nice thing about the Mega Arm, which is the Buster for this game, really, is the half charge is actually effective. It does 2 damage, unlike a lot of situations where shooting a half charge shot as Mega Man really doesn't benefit you at all. A half charge in this game is extremely useful. It's probably the best DPS in a lot of situations. Tango is awful, Tremaine. You know that. If Beat is stupid bird, then Tango is stupid cat.
And we beat the little tank. Nice.
Man, you are flying through this stage.
This is a really good stage so far, yeah. So one thing we're seeing here is the snapback. So the fist, if it comes back there for a while, you can actually hit something going forth and something coming back. So it does a total of 6 damage in a short period of time. That's why I'm able to kill those machines really fast.
Yeah, there's this concept of snapback damage. Like Mannix was saying, the fist, when it's returning to you, it's not encased in that like kind of glowing plasma charge, buster shot, whatever. It does just as much damage as when you fired it, though.
This boss is really dumb. Fortunately, he's fixed. So, if he has an even amount of health, he'll do a long transition. If he has an odd number, I almost messed up there. I was talking too much and I forgot what to count. We're good. We're through.
Yeah. A full life meter of health in a Game Boy game for Mega Man for the robots, and actually your weapon energy too, is 19 bars. So, like Mannix was saying, if Mercury has an even number of hit points left, he will do that slow transition in either direction. If he has a odd number of hit points, he'll do the fast transition. It's about 2 seconds faster to do that fight than it is to do all full charges.
And we're on world record pace.
Yo!
Yeah, despite messing up the fight there, that was pretty close to a gold, if not.
Shoutouts to the Snatch Buster.
Yeah, the weapon names are questionable at best in some cases in this game.
So this is the J card, if that's a Snatch Buster. In the US version, I believe it's just Grab Buster, which is questionably different. Venus' stage has really weird but great music. The theme of this stage is a lot of exploding bubbles. This stage has the worst room in the game.
You had to say it.
It has to be said.
Won't make the waterfall cycle here, so it's okay. You can make it fast enough to not wait for that water.
I think you already mentioned it. This game is a Super Game Boy enabled game, so we're going to see different color palettes in pretty much every.
I call it Game Boy Enhanced, but
What is that? Rot Flame? I couldn't read it on the screen. Thank you for the $50.
50. Whoa! Thanks so much.
That's like 51s. It's L. They donated L because Game Boy Mega Mans are denoted with the Roman numerals.
Smart donation. I like. And that also makes you eligible for the grand prize, which, if you guys weren't here, it's pretty awesome. Go check it out in the donation section. Pretty awesome stuff.
So yeah, these rooms are the small bubbles and the big bubbles. If you jump on a big bubble, you will get a high bounce. Very easy to actually hit the spikes in that room if you just enter it holding right, so don't do that.
Your favorite room?
Yeah. There are a few games out there that have these like 2-tile spikes or instant death planes, and you have to kind of slide under it like perfectly, and it's hard to tell where you can start that slide, and that's really what makes that one of the worst rooms in this game. Plus you're on those bubbles. The way to deboost through it is to get stung by the bees that like de facto poison you, and their poison lags you, and it's awful. Anyway, that was the stage. This is Venus. There was very briefly a Venus first any % route to this game, so Buster strats definitely exist for Venus. Venus has kind of 2 attacks, always jumps when you shoot. A high jump will have a small bubble chase you, a low jump will have that bubble kind of appear in the middle of the screen. So you just kind of want to take care of business, really. The only thing to do is if you go with half charges instead of full charges, but it's not really a major difference. Just do damage.
Just live. I also wanted to finish in the center there. If you saw, I was completely on the right, so I'm gonna have to do the slow walk animation all the way to that hole.
Typical Mega Man stuff.
Not everybody's typical, Cap. Jeez.
Typical Mega Man.
Don't wanna be so typical. Isn't that a song?
I'm terrible for knowing songs. If I know a song that plays on the radio at all, it means that song is over. I think I realized that in like 2002. Back when it was like Linkin Park and everything. A name that I have no business knowing.
Sum 41.
This is Neptune stage. This is actually the first stage in any percent these days. Why was Venus first? These helicopter bosses. I think they go down in like either 2 or 4 bubbles, and it's really easy. Whereas with Buster, you have some really tight timing here with the rising and falling ship to be able to get a jump to actually take this chopper out quickly. Mannix just crushed it. I love it.
Yeah.
By the way, we've gone through like 4 screens. This is the screen's midway checkpoint. The stage is midway checkpoint. So don't die. Have fun.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Or we got one
Yeah,
pipe jump for
this
you.
is the first stage. Nice jump. First stage of any percent, so there are Buster only strats for this stage already. The main thing that you're going to see a lot of here is damage boosting off these steam jets. Maybe not that one all the time, but sure, why not? Each steam jet does 4 hit points of damage. Mega Man, again, 19 hit points, so you can only take 4 of them before you start needing health drops to survive.
I avoided one there for safety. Oh, I didn't get the good one.
That is the pipe jump in this game. If you get that jump, it saves like 3 or 4 seconds. It's still faster to go for it and miss it than to wait for the steam. Assuming, of course, you can take the hit from the steam. So yeah, like world record attempts, you go. Marathon attempts. I always say when people are learning this game, because there's a lot of damage boosting going on in the stage, this is the one Robot Master. It's like, make sure you know how to kill Neptune with 1 hit point. Like, you might have to do this fight damageless. Good night, Tremaine. Thanks for dropping in. Shouts to Tremaine.
Hey, shouts, Tremaine.
Just contributed a lot to these game strats.
Tremaine, watching from Germany, it's probably like way too late for him to be here.
So Ned kind of hops around the room, does 1 or 2 things based on how far away you are from him. If you're close, you get a salt water that's only sort of laggy. If you're far away, you get Lag, the video game, based on the original graphic novel and the original screenplay by somebody Lagerson. So don't stay too far away from him.
I'm just gonna play that one safe.
Yeah, each drop of salt water does like 2 hit points of damage. And I mean, it's just not worth taking the hit for lag purposes either, so... Good fight, it's over. Neptune's dead.
I actually took a death in my PB that I had recently, so we're still 5 seconds ahead after 3 stages.
Oh, baby.
Also, shoutouts to the
Realize
weapon
where
get
we're going.
screen.
What's up?
Shout out to the weapon get screen.
Yep. This is the true speedrun weapon of salt water. Because we get salty. It's actually a really powerful weapon, but it's the only weapon in the game that costs more than 1 energy. In its default state, at least.
Oh. The bar is good, but the stage is not. Mars is
This
next.
is Mars's stage. It's super laggy, heckin' Mars's stage. Nobody likes Mars's stage. There's a lot of stuff that explodes in Mars's stage.
Everybody hates Mars stage. Super heckin' laggy Mars stage.
Nice kill on those monkeys. I can just like not get that kill anymore. I don't know why I like have so much trouble with it.
Days of marathon practice, my friend.
You're just like nailing these buster shots that for whatever reason I can't get consistently. There's another 2-tile spike slide that exists for some reason.
I did
This whole stretch you could actually just mash slide and you should be okay. Make sure you're holding right as you're mashing slide. At first half of the stage, that's the any percent strat. Just use the Buster. It's when you get here after the first hit on this boss that you actually switch to a different weapon. And even then, it's just to do extra damage per shot instead of having to charge. So I think we'll be all right.
Yep. These take 6 points of damage, so we'll skip through all of them. Tremaine boost.
So Tremaine boost is there's a rocket later on that you can kind of get a damage boost off of, fall through the screen, transition while Mega Man's in the damage animation here, and slide through that spiny with those iframes. It's very tight to actually make that. And
got him.
Of course, it saves time. Earlier, you also saw Mannix take damage from the Spiny's missile instead of the Spiny itself. That, of course, because things that are flying in the air lag the game, so get rid of it. Sorry, I had to type out that the Mega Man 5 reference. Mega Man 5 NES notorious for dropping a ton of 1-ups everywhere, so gotta have the Mega Man 5 reference.
Yeah.
Mars fires these like giant missiles that actually block shots, then fires a lot of small shots. I know at least the first like 3 actions he takes are scripted. So those are always the first 3 things he does. I'm not sure how scripted the rest of this fight is, but it feels like it's still scripted.
He usually does the same pattern on the other side, and after that he does missiles. That was a gold Mars. When?
Nice.
Now don't get excited for Dark Moon Cap. There's no 1 cycles on Buster only.
Find a way.
So Dark Moon is your typical easy devil from other Mega Man games. The enemy that splits.
Easy.
The enemy splits. But before that, we got Terra's hairdo. Needs a haircut. Have a good bedtime, Megabyte. Thanks for stopping by.
So the lore of this game and why we have this Mega Arm is that Terra showed up on Earth and Mega Man, fired the Mega Man 4 that we just saw Mega Buster, and it just dinked off of him. And they were like, "Oh no, what do we do?" So Dr. Light gave him the Mega Arm, which apparently upgrades everything so it can damage the Star Droids. And now we're at their landing site, I guess, to take out the leader. If you're playing in Japan, I believe Terra's name actually is Earth, not just an allusion to Earth. And this whole cutscene is like, "That's strange, there's nobody here. You destroyed my comrades, but now I will get you."
While I wait for being able to damage this boss, I just want to remind everybody that today, we're playing awesome games, but really it's about the ASPCA, so everybody save the animals today. If you're playing Metroid, save the animals.
Save the animals. If you don't know this boss, you've clearly never played a Mega Man game, but that's fine, we're here for that. This is in Mega Man 1, the Yellow Devil. There are many incarnations of this boss across the Mega Man series. This is the only one on Game Boy. I like the bouncing rock twist on this fight here. But you've already seen the entire attack pattern. Across the screen, fire 3 shots. The big thing here is that he hits like a truck. The rocks themselves flying across the screen aren't that bad, but if you get bodied for whatever reason, like, goodbye, like, over a third of your health, I think.
Alright, so 3 cycle is... I've never done 2 cycle. I believe it is possible, because I usually get up down to 3 HP. I was like, it's gotta be a way to do 3 more damage. Actually forgot to split there, no worries.
Just keep going, just keep going. The tech here is actually to kind of spin your thumb on the control pad. Swirl, as VV once called it. That kind of advances the text a lot faster.
Not gonna buy anything.
Just kind of moving that there to make sure that like you're at the right point to press B because we're dealing with the Japanese text. B to exit the shop. All right, now you're okay. Your split's adjusted. Good. That's a forced shopping trip, which you might in any percent we use that. Well, we're here. You might as well buy the thing that we need for later. But that's a weapon tank. We don't need weapon tanks to keep using Buster. So here we go. Shoutouts to Russian Space. 1-800-R Space Jet.
I accidentally changed to the other planet. I don't know what happened to my splits. I messed them up by accident. Seems to be saying I'm 3 minutes over. That doesn't. We'll just keep going.
So Jupiter stage is weird. The outdoor sections, if you can call it that, have low gravity, despite the fact Jupiter is, in fact, the most massive body outside of the sun in the solar system. The lore, again, is that Mega Man now has gone out into space to take the fight to the remaining star droids, rather than waiting for them to all invade Earth at once. Mega Man's playing offense here. So this stage, you know, we've got the Jupiter Joes. I don't know what their actual name is, but they're Jupiter Joes now.
Safety. Everything has a lot of damage.
Yeah, things hurt in this stage.
I don't know why I did that because I'm just gonna take this one anyway.
If you see these like little E's, by the way, lying around both of these games, that's effectively like a piece of an E-tank. If you get 4 of them, you get a full E-tank. You can't use any amount of small E-tanks. That's the hardest jump in the game. Good job. Because this screen is the checkpoint. So if that damage boost fails, if you fall in the pit, you have to do the entire stage again. That's another one of those 1 mistake, 2 minutes, have fun.
Oh! It is so scary.
Whoa! Where's my Chelney? I need a Chelney scream. I don't want to disturb you when I like make a loud noise, so I'm not gonna do it. Of course, this is the stage that, for whatever reason, also has ice physics. So. The nice thing about Buster only for this stage is that you're not dealing with some of the any percent problems. The weapon you end up using for any percent in a lot of these sections is the break dash, which is potentially hard to get out of and actually, survive some of these sections.
I can't believe I went for that jump. That was stupid.
I was like a little scared. I was like, okay, he got it. He knows what he's doing.
Actually squeeze a minute shot here, I'll see. But you don't want to miss your full charge by doing it. Like
you got the lemon at least.
I'm not doing very good. And iframes. There we go. I got one.
Hey.
Alright.
Yeah, Jupiter looks kind of scary. It's more slow with the Buster than a scary.
I agree, the Wii guy. You really pushed this game and it's very appealing. It does cause intense lag in some places, but which Game Boy game doesn't lag? Just kind of something you accept.
Yeah, I think they all lag.
So my splits now say that, yeah, I messed up the Mars split, but I'm 4 seconds behind pace, so that makes sense.
Still good pace. Still good pace.
Considering I went to the first planet again. If you hear some moaning and groaning, it is my dog Charlie.
I think I hear a good dog somewhere. Saturn stage, you're already seeing the gimmick. We've got some sections where there's half gravity, some sections where there's double gravity. There's also these like pendulum enemies that for whatever reason their entire attack is they lag the game. It's like they knew that they were just going to use lag as a mechanic because there was nothing else to do with it. Well, that was risky.
Risky's my name.
And Mega Man V has a great soundtrack. Rush Jet has been kind of going through all the Mega Man Game Boy games, remixing them. He just got to Mega Man V. I haven't listened to it a lot yet, but it's got some good stuff in it. We haven't even gotten to what I think is the best song in this game yet. Pluto, I think, has the best music. If I still played baseball with my friends on the weekend, like it's been a while now, but I think I would use Pluto stage for my like at-bat music.
Right, so here's where I don't really know how to do some things, so I'm just gonna take a hit.
Again, like this enemy just causing all the lag in the world. Not much you can really do about it with the Buster.
Oh, right. This boss is pretty unique.
Saturn is ridiculously free if you have the weakness weapon. If you don't, have fun with the Buster here. This is the worst Buster fight. Saturn has
I'm gonna get my
this, like,
army
attack, and there's just nothing you can do with the Buster.
I intentionally had my army, but it was actually good because it took damage coming up.
Nice.
Two back-to-back goals. We're doing pretty good. My poor boy Charlie's got an ear infection. So sometimes he just trying to bear through it.
Groovy! Shouts to Rush Jet, even at any percent, only seen on this screen.
It's time to save the people from Yura.
Uranus. So if you were tired of Robot Masters being the butts of all the jokes so far on this stream, I am sorry.
Best one yet?
This mini-boss is suspected to be the dropped mini-boss from NES Mega Man 4 Sparrow Man stage.
This is my favorite song of the game.
Every song in this game is actually really strong, so I can't complain.
I just think this one is the most fitting to its stage. Normally we rely on Eddie here to give us a nice drop, and he didn't anyway.
It's still not giving you the weapon drops we need. Any percent in both of these games that we're playing here, as soon as you get past the first 4 robots, you do not get any weapon refills between stages like you do in a lot of Mega Man games. It's more like NES games with the Wily stages. You don't get your energy back between stages. So at this point, in any percent run, you actually are really hurting for weapon energy. But this isn't an any percent run. This is Buster only. where you're just, you know, using that buster.
It's the advantage of this run. Don't have to worry about too much.
If you're wondering a little bit, like, outside of Jupiter stage, we use Pluto's weapon a lot. Saturn and Uranus' stage use Jupiter a lot. Jupiter's weapon's kind of basically a massive hitbox that goes out like probably 3 tiles in front of Mega Man, and it feels like it's like 2 tiles high, but it's more that it's 1 tile out directly in front of you and then half a tile in each direction. So it serves well to kind of, you're using a weapon that already mostly hits directly in front of you anyway, and you're just using the buster, which can only shoot straight ahead anyway, so you're not really missing that much. There's a couple of key spots that are giant exceptions to that rule, like that lag enemy at the end of Saturn stage. Uranus has a very simple pattern. The problem is everything does 1 point of damage if it's not his weakness. So this includes, you know, the charge buster, so we just do this. You will get crushed by the ceiling if you're on the wrong side of the screen there, by the way, so don't get too far away. Keep Uranus close to your heart.
Another good stage. This is quietly a pretty good run, not to jinx it.
That's 8 robots. No, 7 robots, that's right. This is the
As I
8th
would
one in
say
any
in
percent.
French, ça va plutôt bien. It's a Pluto joke.
Poop jokes.
Pluto joke. Pluto.
This game was released in the 90s when Pluto was still a planet. We all know the truth. Pluto is full of snowcats. Save the animal.
This tank enemy just grinds my gears.
No, that's Mega Man 11 jokes. Tank
I don't think I'm on the
does
same
like
stream
8
as you.
hit points of damage if you get bodied by it, and it takes a ton of time to actually kill it properly. So the challenge with Pluto stage is tanking the 3 tanks and still, you know, surviving. You can't tank 3 tanks with your life meter in this game. So there needs to be a plan. There are tricks.
One thing we didn't mention is, unlike most Mega Man games, this game doesn't charge your buster in between screen transitions. So you'll see me charge early often for that reason.
Yeah. 3 and 4 Game Boy, you can charge through screen transitions. 5 Game Boy, somebody realized, wait, that's not how it's supposed to work, and fixed it.
Took HP there because of the dumb tank coming up again.
There is a damage boost strength for this tank. Of course, in a marathon setting, can't really rely. Of course, it's like immediately followed by more giant falling girders and exploding enemy that will do a ton of damage. Just this video game. I'm trying to count your hit points right now.
It's called I Need a Health Refill from
Yeah, I think you have 7. You need something. There's one more tank on the last screen before the boss gate. So if you don't have the 8 hit points to take the hit, you've got to fight it.
Yep. And
Of course, you do get Proto Man here. Proto Man is like, it's basically Eddie, but you can also get a super capsule. That was the super capsule. It's an instant one-time use S tank, which is an M tank, which is whatever, you know, game we're playing, whatever letter they put on the heals everything tank. Of course, with no weapons to fill up, it's just an E tank, but that's fine. That's what we needed. Pluto, scripted fight, same thing every time. The one thing that's not the same every time is you don't know of those 2 shots which one's going to be the low shot, which one's going to be the high shot. That's a random.
we'll take that.
Good kill. Good kill.
Can kill him before he climbs the second top. Is it a he or she? I always thought it was a she.
I don't think the Star Droids are specifically gendered anywhere. I mean, it's a Mega Man game, and we go on about Splash Woman, but yeah, I don't really care. I'm not gonna get mad either way.
Because technically, it would be the first female robot master if that were the case.
It's true. Well. If you want to go into technically the spot where you're wrong, is these are Star Droids, not Robot Masters.
Oh, this stream is difficult.
The lore. Oh my god. So Mega Man teleports onto this rock, speaking of the lore, and is like, I defeated all the Star Droids, all is well, and then Terra appears because you did not defeat all the Star Droids. Get wrecked, Mega Man. Also, you got a weapon at some point in this game that throws
That's
rocks
entirely what my
underneath
2 hours
Mega
is gonna
Man.
be.
This is the only boss room in the game that has
music.
rocks underneath Mega Man. I wonder what Terra's
Fucking, why does my
weakness
controller
is.
keeps not working whenever I
That's
come
it.
into the
Terra
game?
really only has
Gotta fix
3
that.
attacks. That the Spark Chaser laser, the
hey,
little
Barley.
weird time stop set of
Guess
3
how much
orbs,
of this game I
and
learned?
if you actually cross the threshold halfway of the room, Terra will kind of
We can hear
teleport to the other
purrs?
side.
What, Doc?
That's the only other
Hello?
thing.
Retro Rock Party begin.
I got my own splits.
1-800 Armorine. Rush fires the kind of traditional Buster Shot. One thing you might not know in this game, if you get here, A is boost with Rush. So if you need to get somewhere fast, that's it. So this is the Mega Man V RNG hell. Where do these like little snub fighters appear? They appear on the edge of the screen. They can move 1 of 3 speeds. If they get behind you, it's terrible.
Took a little bit more damage than I'd want to.
Oh, you got rid of them. You got rid of them. That's good. This laser sequence is always the same. You take out 8 fighters. The asteroid sequence before it is always the same. The laser sequence is always the same.
Yeah, we bad.
If you have the task, the super laser goes down in 3 cycles. If you're a mere mortal like us, it goes down in 4. I don't know how many frames the window is to get a charge shot, a lemon, and another charge shot like the task does. We get a charge shot and 2 lemons in. You do have 1 cycle of leeway because we're doing 5 points of damage a cycle, and if you do the math on those 19 hit points, there's an extra shot that's out there.
Extras.
Oh no! Yeah, it's the charge shot.
It's like 10 extra cycles or something.
I think it's only 1 actually. But yeah, you can go for that charge shot, lemon, charge shot once. As long as you hit with a charge shot, that's the problem. Because the window is so tight, you have to hit on like almost the first frame. It's vulnerable. And goodbye to the awesome space music.
And I went down thinking I had to go down, but I had to go up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what are you doing, dude? Well, it's good. It's good. Just go. This is the inside of the Wily Star, and if you like refights, boy, do I have good news for you. Wily got a little too obsessed with the idea of refights here, so we're gonna have some fun. Now there was a shorter path up there to the right, but it requires weapons to use. So we get to do this. We get to. These perilous slide jumps here across all these spikes. Oh my god, and you have to do it with the lag bees too.
Yeah, that bird. If I could somehow control not to have him on screen, I think it would be better. But I haven't figured that out yet.
This is where the paths converge. More of the Venus stage crabs, and wait, there's a teleporter with anchor in it. Oh my god, you took that hit.
That's extremely unsafe on my part.
Anchor conveniently only vulnerable to the Buster in the first place.
Very
Good
good.
kill.
Be fine. I should probably hang out on the left here. Oh wait, I knew I was going right for a reason.
Yeah, that like left hand kind of thing is where you want to go. These two weapon drops useful in any percent, not useful to us right now. It's sort of your like last before refights guaranteed weapon drops, and at this point you're really hurting. Quint is up next.
Everybody's
Again,
favorite.
half charge with Buster is your friend. If you've played the earlier Mega Man Game Boy games, you recognize all of these robots.
Oh. Let's forget about this squint fight. Oh.
Yeah, we've all seen worse.
True. I have to be careful here because it's automatic death if I fall in the pit.
Yeah, these platforms fall down. Spikes are bad. You can coil out of there, but we're not allowed to coil. This is the one forced weapon usage in this game. You have to either use Uranus to go down or Pluto to go right. The rules of Buster only are not that you must take the longest path. If you must use a weapon, you do get to choose the weapon most of the time. Although I think, in general, if you can get past something without killing it, it's preferred. Granted, we didn't kill anything, so yeah, take the short path. Get out of there. Nobody wants to play that long path. Mega Man 3 Game Boy's Punk.
Completely butchered this. We'll take it. Not that we have a choice.
Oh my god. This is where the game decides to try and get you with these falls. Make sure you're paying attention. Tremaine likes to point out here, actually, those spikes, if they hit you from the side and you're not holding a direction on the D-pad, they will just push you. They won't actually kill you. As soon as you push a direction, though, then the game kind of realizes, oh, wait a minute, and kills you. Here's Ballad. You might be wondering, did they realize that you can't get bodied on the left-hand wall of the screen? The answer is no. No, they did not.
Shoutouts to the Mega Man 4 engine carrying on.
Good work.
And just like that, we're at the end of
Is
the
your
game.
dog a good boy or a good girl?
Good boy.
Such a good boy. Refights. There's a little bit to the refight routing with any percent for making sure your weapon energy works out. But obviously Buster only, so same strat. The Venus strat here especially, I would say actually if you're doing any percent, make sure you know this. There's several weapons and Mars is one of them. That's Venus's weakness. That if you don't have enough, you're going to be doing these Buster strats anyway in that fight. So, yeah, Venus again, you know, you shoot, Venus jumps. Jupiter is the swoop and shoot. Same as it ever was.
The difference here, there's no ice physics, which definitely helps out.
That's actually very true. The fight is oh so subtly different because of that. Like, you don't even notice it until you're trying to notice it. That like, when you play on Jupiter stage, there's ice physics. By the time you get here, you probably know the weakness. You just kind of come in here, you're firing away on it.
That was the fastest
kill.
possible. Actually, I could have killed him before doing the last lemon thing. 'Cause I missed one. Another very good Mars first cycle. Right. Oh, he took my arm. I didn't mean him to, but
Yeah, these other robots are still awful. Oh, Saturn, why?
that's a Saturn you want to forget. Just like the console.
Such as Buster only. I guess Saturn is a little bit of an RNG fight for Buster only. It's like in any percent, the weapon will cancel it out. And Buster only, you're kind of at the mercy of the black hole. Neptune is a great example of half charges in this game. It's like every hop is just like punch, 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 punch.
I actually shot a lemon instead of a double there, but it was a nice fight.
So I guess while we're doing the refights, because we're kind of doing the same thing we did previously, there is the classic Mega Man leaderboards. If you're interested in the Mega Man speedrunning, we have our Discord for the leaderboards. There are the leaderboards, that's Discord as well, for all of the series of the game, Classic, X, Zero. I forget where ZX hangs out, but they're around too, don't worry. Newcomers always welcome. We have our little handheld corner in the Classic Mega Discord as well. So if anybody's interested, just come on by, say hello, play some video games. We love Mega Man.
Come on, buddy. I have to tend to my dog here after this.
We have to stop Wily so we can get to the dog.
Oh. Sit down, bud. Let's do this eradication. Alright. Just Wily and Sun God. Sunstar. Godstar. Sunstar, Godstar, Dog.
So again, lots of weapon drops you collect kind of before this. Any percent, this is a huge RNG point because it's another Proto Man, and if you get the S capsule, it's 8 seconds of weapon energy refill. Right now, well, Mannix is full, so just a matter of
I still
Proto
got
coming
it.
in. Still got the S capsule. Oh my god, it wastes time anyway. What a troll. What a troll.
Oh well, what can you do?
Oh my god. I learned something today. I didn't know the S capsule brought up the menu if you had full everything. So, just a few life meters worth of boss left in this video game. Kind of the giant, wily robot fists here. You got the idea. First one is kind of straightforward. The second one's a little weirder. Spoilers. There's a second one.
Yeah. What? What do you mean? There's only one arm?
I know, right? There's a second arm on the robot. Wily, every now and again, we were talking about casino music earlier somewhere, but this is not the one-armed bandit. That is the slot machine. We got 2 arms here. Second arm likes to hover around and waste a lot of time. Any percent it's useful to get a quick kill that way. Buster only, I believe what you would want to do for Buster only is get it, slide under it as quickly as possible to get it to reset the pattern so you can hit it again.
You got it. Except you also want to get a second half charge, and that's not working.
Oh no! We were talking about casino games. I guess it is a crane game.
Window to do the second shot is still.
Yeah, but you're already proving if you can get that second shot in, right? That's oh god. E-tanks?
E-tanks. Now you get to see a very special fight because normally you can skip this entire thing, but we can't do that.
Yeah, any percent, there's a glitch here, and there's a weapon that's not intended to clear the fight that actually skips the second phase of the fight. So we get to see here the intended strat for the Wily machine. Dodge the missiles, beat up the snail head, even though we're saving the animals on the screen, and then these time bombs come out. You need 7 time bombs to explode next to the Wily machine to take out phase 1. So this is the slow intended strat. It's 7 cycles. These bombs are coming out with 1s. I believe you can see as high as 7. And if they have a high number, they tend to start jumping over you a lot.
We're about to see that.
There's a 3, so just let it go. Hey!
Fight is not very difficult, it's just long and tedious.
The hardest part is kind of like knowing what to do. A lot of people get here and they don't pick up on what they're supposed to do in this fight for a long time. I guess it's only a 6 cycle fight because he only has 3 hit points left. Maybe it's 5? I'm not counting. 5 goes into 19 4 times, so I guess the bombs do 4 hit points. Math is hard. I don't fight this boss normally. Don't at me.
I'm gonna do something here that we normally don't get to enjoy. I'm going to step on the Wily's capsule, which is the only Mega Man game that you can use. Yeah! Even when he leaves for
Nice.
a second, I'm on it. I wasn't sure if you had ever seen that.
I'm not sure I have. maybe you've done it at some point, but yeah, we always skip that, so the opportunity just doesn't exist.
Guys, I don't want to jinx it, but we're on world record pace right now. With one thing
So
to
Dr.
go.
Wiley has found the ultimate robot. We fought 9 robots from the solar system. We even fought a moon, but this is the sun god. Gentlemen, behold. Dr. Wiley has found this evil robot. Bad things are gonna happen. Dr. Wiley has like total control of the situation. This looks really bad for what just happened.
So who is that? Is that like Bear on steroids?
It does kind of look like Pharaoh, man. I totally agree with that statement. Sunstar, just like everybody else. Oh, it's just like Uranus. 1 point of damage from everything. No weakness. You might look at some weapon damage tables and see it too. Don't worry, Jupiter just hits twice. It does 1 each hit. So 6 hits. Oh
It's a
boy.
terrible first phase, and I didn't press start on time. Okay.
I think that was less than 22 seconds, so let's go.
You know when they say to never call the world record before you get it?
Yep. So second phase, again, just keep shooting. Get your 6 hits in.
This will be very quick.
So from here, you get to dodge that phase, shoot him out of here, and do this again.
Oh, we got it. I think it's a
Oh,
50,
I was about to say
I think it's a
you
50,
might have lost it because of that
59.
first shot you missed. I've lost records on missing that shot. Good job.
I think it's a 53-59 because I split a little late there.
You never won a PB by too much. Yeah, I think it is a 59.
But 54 looks really nice. I'll agree with
54
right
even
there.
does look really nice. Should we say you started late? Or something and bump it up to 50? Nah, it's a 53-59. Good job, man.
Thanks, guys. Alright. Now, I want to show off something funny at the end of this, but I do have a couple minutes left, so I just want to thank a bunch of people. So thanks to you, Mr. Cat, for hanging out with me, making it so much easier.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. Thanks to Retro Block Party putting up this awesome stuff. They're good guys. Follow them on all their platforms, social media, everything. And make sure you keep donating throughout the event for the ASPCA. Save the animals. Honestly, it's a great cause.
I'm just gonna say follow Mannix again.
And special shout outs to Nielsen Alex92 who just told me apply, man. Just apply. You never know, you'll get in, maybe. And here I am on RBP. Now here's what I wanted to show everybody before I go. That Mega Man can have a beer.
It's the way they draw Mega Man's face on Game Boy, but I completely agree. It looks like Mega Man. This is old man Mega Man reminiscing here. Hasn't shaved in months. He's got that Futurama rust beard going strong.
That was Mega Man V. Mega Man 4 and Mega Man V Buster only, guys. Awesome games. I think V Buster only is very fun run.
Yeah,
definitely
like
worth-
we spend all this time building up strats around these games, using the weapons, and then just kind of say, we don't really need those. Let's see what happens. oh, we now have to damage boost using laggy enemies across spikes because it's possible. And yeah, but I mean, I think also a lot of people casually play Mega Man without using any of the weapons anyway. So this is kind of reminiscent of those days to some extent, even if we eventually use weapons.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Well,
I'm
go-
not sure.
go-
I
go
think
take
I
care
have
of
to
the good boy.
transition first. Not sure how that works.
Oh, that laser! Oh no! Dude, I thought you stopped Dr. Wily.
Oh, he's probably gonna escape again in his
What?
49th
Don't let
shift.
him escape! What are you doing? Push the jump, Ellen, and shoot. That's the name of the game. Jump and shoot. Come on, let's go. He's
You might have to
pushing
use a
buttons.
charge
Something bad's
shot.
gonna happen.
Maybe he has feelings. Don't you know that?
I did not see this coming. All right, he's on the ground. Get him.
But he's like
Doing his
pissing.
bowing thing. Cuff him. Is that a lab?
Yes, it's my chocolate lab, Charlie. The one with the ear infection.
Oh no.
Hey, let's see if he wants to be on cam. Hey, bud. Yeah, I do.
But you let Dr. Wily get away.
Come here. Sit. Sit. Hey, buddy.
So did I. Yeah. Oh, the good boy.
You're not feeling well out. The entire world is watching you.
Shouts to Rush.
Alright. That's it, guys. This song loops forever. What's
GG.
next? So do we just hang out here and talk for the rest of it? Or what about you, Cam?
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like you got the Mega Man 4 because that's your wheelhouse. Down closer what the record is. This Buster only run. I mean, we've got a little time gap here, but I mean the weapons in this game are just pretty broken sometimes. This game needs to have. Well, now you made it harder to do. This game needs to have a better any percent record as well. So I think it's a high 44 right now, and it needs to be like a low 44.
Hello, hello.
Hi,
Hey, it's me, guy.
Hey, it's me.
host is rescuing us.
Hey.
Thank you, host.
I am, yes, GG on the block here. I very much enjoyed what I saw.
Yeah, and you guys got to see our world record in a marathon
Yeah.
setting. Why not? Save the animals and the records.
Heck yeah. It's a shame this doesn't get ran as much as I would like. Or like, cause you were saying this thing doesn't get ran that much, right? The Game Boy ones.
There's really
Yeah,
this
like
one
last
there's only
spring
3
was
people,
like
really.
the time for Mega Man Game Boy like 2 and 3 out of nowhere, but
Dang.
they stopped. They didn't go on to 4 and
Well, it's glad to you guys have shown it off here. Enjoyed that commentary. That was a nice little double whammy there.
Every marathon run
Nice.
I've done of these games, Cav has been by my side, so thanks, man.
No problem. But anyway, yes. How you feeling? How'd you feel about your block here?
I feel good. I thought I would do better in Mega Man 4, which is my forte normally, but it's just one of those things. Like you just have to persevere, and things happen, and we finished stronger than we started. But
you're just saving it for the good video game. Said the guy whose forte is the second video game.
But I'm always excited to get a chance to show these games because they are hidden gems in my opinion, and I think everybody's worth playing them casually, speedrun, whatever you do. Just give these games a shot. They are difficult, but I think they're very rewarding.
Oh yes, very nice. I love them.
Yeah, usually the knock on the Game Boy games from the classic runners is that it's a lot laggier, a lot slower, and a lot floatier, and the screen is smaller. They're absolutely right. But we love these games anyway, they're awesome.
Very good. All right, we are ready to move on to the next streamer, we got our one and only our boy Purse.
Yo, yo, yo.
Whoa. Good luck,
Hello?
Purse.
Thank you, Mannix. Good job, dude. I'm sorry I
Hey.
didn't get to talk much in your segment. I
Thanks
was
a lot.
closing up work while you were doing your stuff, but I was excited to see some Mega Man Game Boy speedruns.
I mean, unlike my wife's purse, I'll get to check your stuff out.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, don't mind the extra noises. We got Barley here. It's crowded in here.
It's getting crowded in here. What can I say?
All right.
Yeah, but first, what do you got for us, man?
I'll be playing Ape Escape on the PS1. That's pretty much what I'm gonna play the whole time. I don't think I'll beat it, but I have some cool stuff to show off on it, so.
All right, yes, we cannot wait for that. It's our boy, our one and only.
The baby boy.
All right, Mannix and Mr. Cat, do you have any final words for the people?
I just want to say thanks to RBP for hosting this. I mean, month after month, you guys keep knocking those goals out of the park. Keep donating. I believe we're at $342, which is about a fifth of the way of the goal of 2,000.
Yeah.
So keep them
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
There's lots of good content coming up, and yeah, I think it's time to give the purse.
Thanks, Mannix.
Yep, thanks for having us. Good luck, Purse.
Yeah, thanks for being on, guys.
Yes, thank you very much.